Alright, at syempre, welcome back to Good Morning Boss. Live na live pa rin po tayo dito sa BIR Revenue Region Quezon City, kung saan talagang dumadagsa mga tao sa pagpa-file ng kanilang income tax return dahil nga deadline na ngayon hanggang 5 o'clock lang po ng hapon. Kaya naman pumunta na kayo dito sa BIR at mag-file po na kayo ng income tax return. Pero syempre, hindi naman po yan ating tututukan ngayong umaga, Sandro, dahil summer na, pumasok na nga ang summer. At syempre marami mga bata dyan maglalaro sa labas. Yes. At daming activities na ating gagawin. Pero bago po muna tayo mag-enjoy, alamin po natin yung mga sakit na maaari nating makuha ngayong tag-init. At syempre para po pag-usapan yan, makakasama natin this morning ating very special guest. That is all welcome from Department of Health, Yusek Ted Herbosa. Good morning, Yusek.
Good morning, Diane. Good morning, Sandro. At mainit na summer sa inyo. Mainit na. And doon sa mga pupunta dito sa BIR para mag-file, bring your water. Kasi nga, you will be lining up starting outside because of the number of people lining up. Baka you will stay longer outside. Medyo mainit.
Yusek, so yun, pag-usapan po natin, ano po ba nga ang mga sakit na dapat nating paghandaan ngayong summer? Kumbaga, ano yung mga common sicknesses that comes with the heat?
With heat kasi yung temperature, yung heat stroke ang pinaka nakakatakot. Ano? Pero ang hindi naintindihan ng marami, bago magkaroon ng stroke, pwede kang magkaroon ng tinatawag na heat exhaustion, yung parang pagod na pagod, may fatigue. Tapos magkakaroon ng cramps, yung heat cramps. And only after epekto dun sa ating blood vessels at saka yung pag-flow ng blood sa brain, hinihimatay yung tinatawag na heat stroke, parang na-stroke. And pwedeng mamatay doon, especially yung mga very young at very old at may mga sakit na diabetes or high blood or any other diseases. Pag nasamahan ng heat stroke, very dangerous. So ang warning doon is ano ba yung mga risk natin para magka-heat stroke? Yung mga athlete na mahilig tumakbo. Maybe now summer, you start running at 6, mainit na. By the time you finish, baka dehydrated ka na. So we tell them to run earlier, maybe before the sun rises. If you're going to stay long, mga nagtatrabaho outside. If you're working sa construction, yung mga traffic aid natin, mga policemen, even sidewalk vendors, ganon. If you're exposed matagal, the chances of heat stroke mataas din. So, magpayong, mag-hat, mag-wear ng protective clothing. At very important, yung time of exposure. Mas matagal ka under the sun, malaki ang chance na magkaroon ka ng heat stroke. So, better pupunta ka sa shade or pupunta ka in a room, enclosed room, air conditioned, cool down your body temperature. So, ganun din yung mga nasa beach at saka nasa maiinit na lugar na mamasyal. Make sure that you break the time of exposure. Kasi yun ang the best, and then drink plenty of water.
Keep hydrated.
Because ang first effect ng heat is dehydration, losing your body salts sa sweat. Hindi lang water, pati body salts mo kaya nagkaka-cramps. Okay. So very important to keep hydrating, bring water. When you go out, mag-hiking, mag-trekking, bring your water, bottled water.
Alright, Yusek. So, wag natin masyadong maliitin, Sandro, na basta akala natin naglalaro lang tayo sa ilalim ng araw, nasa bakasyon tayo. Dapat isipin rin natin yung mga effects nito sa atin dahil talagang pag nangyari yun, nakakatakot kung yung heat stroke. Pero meron din po tinatawag na MERS coronavirus. Ano po ba ito?
Na-report last week, no? We've been monitoring itong Middle East Respiratory Syndrome coronavirus. Yung coronavirus na yan, that was the SARS many years ago. But it reappeared last February in the Middle East. And then it was more deadly. Of the over 199 cases na report since February, about 60 plus have died. So mataas yung mortality. If you get it, you die. In fact, last Friday, yung embassy natin sa United Arab Emirates reported the second Filipino that has died in the Middle East, in UAE. We had the previous one last month, a nurse naman in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. So, dalawa na yun. So, we're watching this closely. And kung may mga nanonood tayong mga tao dyan in the Middle East, our Filipino friends, baka hindi nila nababasa yung mga Arabic warnings of their ministries of health. So, sinasabi na namin in Filipino, merong MERS coronavirus, especially in 2 countries, yung Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and United Arab Emirates. So, ano yan, makukuha yan through parang airborne, no? It's you get it when there's people coughing and sneezing. So common yan yung mga health workers natin doon, nurses, paramedics. So if they handle a sick patient, kailangan i-practice talaga nila yung body functions tsaka magsuot sila ng personal protective
So ngayon,
equipment.
since wala po muna tayong dapat ikabahala kasi hindi pa naman siya...
Wala pa sa
Philippines.
no reported case.
Okay.
We had a couple of suspected case a few months back, pero yung test nila were negative. Pero we have many relatives and friends in the Middle East working, baka babalik.
Mag-uwi, oo
We need
nga.
to monitor them kung na-expose sila, especially if they work in the hospital and the
Isik ito naman, aside from the sicknesses that you mentioned already, paano naman po yung mga diseases na nakuha natin sa skin naman po? Siyempre,
oo.
natin yung init ng araw ay
Correct.
minsan may dala mga rashes, sunburn, and other stuff pa na dapat
That's
natin
very true.
pag-ingatan.
As I said, pag uminit ang araw, papawisan tayo. We sweat a lot. And what happens when you have sweat and then your clothes are wet? Yung bacteria, yung fungi, yung all these microbes grow better kasi may moist yung environment. So very important ma-prevent yung prickly heat, yung bungang araw, yung mga fungal infection. Very important ma-prevent yan by changing your shirt. Na you do sports or you walk out, nag-enjoy kayo. Bring always the extra shirt para makapagpalit kayo with fresh. Better yet, shower and take a bath after some physical activity na you sweat. Pag natuyo kasi yan sa body mo, the bacteria grows. Ganon. Lalo na kung old shirt, huwag nyo na isuot.
Oo nga. And Yusek, ngayon, actually, now is the perfect time to clean or eliminate all the breeding sites ng mga mosquitoes, lalo na sa mga bahay natin. Maglinis tayo dahil nga summer na. Ito raw po sinasabi na perfect time, lalo na tag-init. Ano naman po yung recent na news na dumagsa yung dami ng mga mosquitoes, most especially sa area nila, Sandro, sa Pasig?
Pasig, yes.
Napakarami.
Sabi naman nila safe kasi hindi naman nagdadala ito ng dengue. So, ano pong masasabi natin
Not
about
really
it?
safe, no? It's their nuisance, household mosquitoes, yung Culex mosquito yung tumubo doon. Ang nangyari kasi dyan, all our waterways are dry during the summer months. So, naging stagnant, hindi maganda yung flow. In Pasig, what happened was there were water lilies that proliferated in Pasig River. So, na-block yung forward flow ng river. So, nag-cause siya ng mga stagnant pools of water, nag-breed ngayon yung mga mosquito doon. So we've asked the help of MMDA and the DPWH to clear our waterway. So every week may estero, kanal, or way na dinedredge and then ine-empty yung silt, tinatanggal yung ano. But I think the bottom line there is tayo pa rin, yung tao. Because nabablock yung water because people throw solid material in the waterways and then magbabara yun. Doon na ngayon. Kahit kanal lang yan, tapunan mo ng candy wrapper or cigarette pack. Afterwards, that will accumulate and then magbabara and then the mosquitoes will proliferate. So cleanliness pa rin and hygiene is the most important.
Sir, ito naman with regards to the use of insect repellents naman po kasi alam natin na marami talaga, parang nakakainis eh. So people use like yung mga lotions na nilalagay and they also use yung mga pesticides, yung mga bug sprays also and yung mga electrical household appliances na pumapatay rin ng lamok. Ano po naman po yung safety or ng mga ganitong klase mga...
Well, just make sure it's FDA registered. Merong substance that is yung peat tinatawag, peat for short. You look for that. If that peat is in that's an effective form of repellent. Pero yung repellent, may hours lang yon. I think 2 to 4 hours effectivity. After that, kakagatin ka na rin ng lamok. Pag pinawisan ka na, pag napunasan na, nawawala na yung effect nun. So, meron, at doon some are more expensive than others kasi the activity time is shorter.
Yes.
So, pag mas mumurahin yung product, siguro 1 to 2 hours ka lang protected. Pag more expensive, up to 4 to 6 hours ang protection mo. So, maging mapagsuri yung mga mamimili natin. But it's one form of protection. Mosquito nets. Lalo na sa areas na talagang mosquito nets and screening the house. Very important.
Yusek, siguro ngayon, safety reminder na lang or any tips or advices dun sa mga viewers natin, lalo na yung mga bata na makukulit na talagang namimilit maglaro sa labas para makaiwas po sila sa mga sakit ngayong tag-init.
Siguro sa parents ako mag-a-appeal, no? Wag masyadong paglaruin yung children, especially in the hot sun from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. That is the hottest. That's the time you can get the other sunburn, heat stroke, dehydration, cramps. So prevent them from playing too long. Allow them to play for a while, an hour or so, tapos back to the hotel or back to the resort kung ano. But not too long in the sun, in the beach, where these children really enjoy playing.
Alright.
Alright, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Ang dami na Sandro, that was Yusek Ted Herbosa ng Department of Health.
Maraming salamat po. Sir.
Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Sandro.